I trained AI to find me winning dropshipping products, and this is by far the craziest product research method I have ever seen. I'm not gatekeeping this either, because at the end of the video, I'm giving you my tutorial on how you can set this up for yourself. Essentially, how this method works is that I receive an email every morning with 10 websites scraped off of Internet Archive's Wayback Machine. And these websites are all either current or former e-com stores that, through this method, have been proven to be gold mines for winning products. I then visit the sites from the email, I go through their best sellers list, and I have new winners every single day. It sounds like a lot, but I promise you will see the whole entire journey in this video right here. Now, the funniest part about all of this is that this video idea initially started as me testing weird product research methods given to me by AI. But of course, it eventually turned into this crazy automation that gives me winners every day. So keep in mind, since we're about to visit my past self, my goal at the time was simply to find a winning product from one of 18 weird product research methods given to me by ChatGPT. I have not read these methods yet, so let's see them together in live time. Here's a playbook of 18 unconventional, actionable product research methods for organic dropshipping that go beyond the oversaturated playbook. Number 1, mining the Wayback Machine for past virals. Use archive.org to browse old versions of e-commerce stores, BuzzFeed shopping lists, Kickstarter, and trend blogs. Look for products that spiked years ago but disappeared. Revival potential. This is good. I see people talking time and time again about how they love to find products from the past, revamp them with a new marketing angle, and they rip. Okay, so the tools here are going to be archive.org and Google Trends to test the revival potential. This one is good. I'm excited to try this one. 2, tracking export/import data. Browse free government trade databases like USITC DataWeb, Panjiva, Import Yeti. See, this is what I wanted in this video. I wanted the weird stuff like this. It reveals products manufacturers are quietly scaling before they hit mainstream. Subreddit mining outside of shopping niches. So apparently we'll look at subreddits like teachers, camping gear, chronic illness, frugal travel hacks. Okay, this reveals niche problem solvers that aren't trending on TikTok yet. This is another good one. See, I love this weird stuff. No more burner method for 3 to 4 hours. No more AliExpress and Temu scrolling. The new method, subreddits. After going through those 3 methods and 15 more off camera, I had decided that the method I was going to go with was the first one, mining the Wayback Machine for past virals. Remember, my goal at the time was to find one winner with one weird method, so I still can't believe what this has turned into. Let's go see what this Wayback Machine was all about though. This method was extremely confusing at first. I mean, has anyone ever thought to use this for finding products? Probably not. But after hours upon hours of scrolling through this archive, I was actually starting to find winners. Now at first glance, I had no idea what I was looking at. This sounded fun in theory. Ooh, old e-com stores, we're gonna find all these old winners and they're probably just gonna be on a list for us, right? No, that is not what the Wayback Machine was looking like for me. I started scrolling down, I was seeing electric sheep, live music archives, spirituality and religion. I don't know how any of this applies to finding products. So after some scrolling through here, I knew that we weren't gonna find any products with this, so I came down to this search bar, I came up to web, text, video, but the real magic came when I came down here to enter URL or keywords. This is where I started experimenting with terms like gift guide or Christmas presents, and one product that I found was this 2015 Star Wars Advent Calendar, which was a great sign because this type of product has been the biggest one for the past 2 months. People are selling Pokemon Advent Calendars, Stranger Things Advent Calendars. There's another one, I saw a guy make a video on it, a Tung 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 Sahur Advent Calendar. Now, Advent Calendars really print around mid-October to mid-November. The reason why is because Advent calendars are kind of problem solving. They give parents a gift to give to their kids. And for the kids, opening a new little gift every single day for all of December is a great gift to get. Now, what people have been doing is that they combine these Advent calendars with a passionate audience. So I've had students finding great success selling Stranger Things Advent calendars, Pokemon Advent calendars, because it's the fun product at the base, and then you put a passionate audience on top of it. So Advent calendars can be winners. Obviously, Tung 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 Sahur ones are not going to be winners, but it's a current trending product that I found from 2015 going through this weird old site. Another product that I had found was this exfoliator, which was obviously a huge winner in 2020 through 2022. Felt like everyone that tried paid ads was running this product. Now, this method of coming over here to the Wayback Machine and typing in URLs and keywords was fine. I would basically come here, type in something like gift guide. Then from here, I would find a domain with a lot of images like this one, thegiftguide.ca. And I would come down here and I'd click on the image link. From here, rather than being on URLs, I'd come over to calendar. calendar. And by the way, I had to figure all this out on my own. I had no idea what I was looking at. But basically, for the giftguide.ca, look at the spike in traffic back here. Now, I don't entirely know what this means, but what I did was that I came and I clicked on 2017, and from here you see all these different snapshots. So down here, it looks like November 1st is a huge one. So I'm gonna click on 18, 27, 15, and this basically brings me to a page that shows all these different products that the giftguide.ca had listed. Honestly, this is stuff you would see through AliExpress if you were just scrolling through their hot products, but after enough scrolling through these, that's when I found the advent calendar and that exfoliator. So I knew that I had something. Now this is where it gets really good, and this is why I whipped out my camera to update you guys. I basically came over to chat and I said, right now I'm using archive.org to look through old versions of e-com stores and old product placements. Can you help me go through the site? It's kind of confusing. So then after a little bit of time of collaborating with AI, letting it work, it came up with this bonus use Shopify discovery tools. And it basically dug for a few minutes, finding archive Shopify stores for me that reliably show up on the Wayback Machine. And it instructed me to click any of the calendar links to jump straight into the snapshots. So the same way that this page right here was full of these snapshots, whatever that may mean, AI was giving them to me directly. So what I did was that I copied this exact link from chat, put it into Google, and right away on archive.org, I was hit with all of these crazy viral products. Obviously, if you've been in the space, these are extremely saturated products. But the fact of the matter is that these are prime organic products. For example, everyone that scrolled on their burner has seen this punch bag. I'll pop up the exact name of it. I forget it right now as I'm recording, but that guy got custom packaging. He got his logo on the punch bags, and he's been at that for a while. And then we see the chicken leg socks, which I don't think converted that good. Granted, I never did a test order on them, but they were going massively viral. I remember they had a few videos at 15 to 20 mil on TikTok, I think it was. Another one back in the 2020 days, this bottle cap launcher, I remember that one used to go viral all the time. And this self-stirring mug, I still get people asking me, should I sell the self-stirring mug? No, we are not in 2018 anymore, but way back when, this was a viral product. So this gets me really excited on this method of asking ChatGPT for archive Shopify stores that reliably show up on the Wayback Machine, and then clicking on the calendar links to go directly into the snapshots. And this is kind of crazy because I sent this one simple prompt to AI and it came up with 5 different competitors for me. Imagine if I said I need 20 to 50 Shopify stores that will appear on the Wayback Machine. So I'm going to continue looking through these because these are very viral products. That was just the tip of the iceberg. So if you noticed, I filmed that on November 4th, 2025. And as I'm recording this, the date is March 28th, 2026. So there was a whole lot of time where this video idea was kind of falling on the back burner. And I didn't pick up work on it again until about a week ago. So some time had passed and AI had gotten a whole lot better. And now, enter Claude. I essentially took all of the information and all of the chats that I'd had previously in November with ChatGPT, gave it to Claude, and then basically gave it a rundown on the method, what I'd been doing previously, and I made it clear that my goal was to automate this whole thing. I essentially wanted these Wayback Machine websites to be scanned for me. I didn't want to have to do the dirty work. And Claude got the idea right away. Basically, what ChatGPT was doing for me was essentially providing me with these snapshot links that half the time didn't really work. But it did land on the right idea, the Wayback Machine CDX API, which is the key. And I'm not even gonna try to memorize this, I'm simply gonna read off my script. The CDX API is a real public endpoint that lets you programmatically query the archive index and get back JSON rows of every captured URL with timestamps.
What?
And according to Claude, that is the foundation for an actual automation. Now, like I said, Claude had gotten the idea. It told me that it could build a tool that automatically hits the CDX API, then pulls down lists of archived Shopify pages, like bestsellers, gifts, etc., and build working snapshot URLs from those results. It would then surface those so that I could browse winning products without clicking around. So Claude and I got to work. It built the first version of the tool, a browser-based widget right there in chat that would query the CDX API one request at a time and surface confirmed snapshot links as it went. And I was excited. It looked clean, it had a progress bar, it told me scanning bestsellers from Q4 2019 in real time. So I pressed start, it ran 38 queries and came back with 0 results. And the reason for that is something called CORS. Not Coors Light, but cross-origin resource sharing. Basically, and I'm gonna read this off my script again. When a browser tries to make a request to an external API like archive.org's CDX endpoint, the browser blocks it for security reasons. So no matter how good the tool looked, it physically could not reach the API from inside of a browser. So that was dead end number 1. So we pivoted. Claude said, okay, Let's take this out of your browser and run it as a Python script on your Mac itself. Python doesn't have the cores limitation. It can hit the CDX API directly. So Claude wrote me a script, walked me through opening terminal for the first time, and we got it running. And it started working for about 2 seconds. Then it started timing out on every single query. Archive.org was just being slow. I mean, it's a free public service. It gets overloaded all the time. But it was frustrating. Every request was being timed out. So we bumped the timeout from 15 to 30. We added retry logic. We slowed down the request rate, still timing out on basically everything. That was dead end number 2. At this point, I stepped back and I basically just said, let's forget the Wayback Machine entirely. The whole reason I wanted the Wayback Machine was to be able to have a source to find old e-com stores on. But those stores still exist. They're still live and I can access them without going through the Wayback Machine. So instead of trying to automate something through archive.org, Claude basically scraped those stores manually. Stores that were absolutely crushing it in the 2018 to 2022 dropshipping era that were still active. And the method is simple. You go to any one of these stores, you add collections all or bestsellers all, and you're looking at their top products right now. And that's when the idea shifted from automate the Wayback Machine to automate the research feed itself. Because the real problem was never the Wayback Machine specifically. It was that I needed a consistent daily source of stores to scan. So Claude built a Python script that runs on my Mac every morning at 10 a.m. It picks 10 stores scraped from the Wayback Machine and emails all of these stores to me in a cute little branded email where I have a button that says visit store on every single one. And it's always a fresh batch of stores. And once it's set up, this runs completely automatically. No Claude, no terminal, literally just the email every morning at 10. So let's try this out then. I open my email and here it is, your daily product research drop. 10 stores delivered automatically to me without doing a single thing. I'm gonna click the visit store button for this store specifically. I'm on the site now and this is where the magic happens. All I do is go up to the URL bar, I add collections and all, and here we are. I'm looking at all of their top products right now. I had a lot of fun making this entire video and this whole system. So if you enjoyed or found this video useful, leave a like and subscribe for more. And I know what you want. Relax, don't worry. DM me guide on Instagram and I'll send the Mac tutorial setup for this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.